Every evening, before you drift into sleep, you are presented with a rare and valuable moment, a chance to end the day with awareness. Running most people to bed with a chaotic mind, scrolling through screens, reliving stress, or worrying about tomorrow. But the first habit that can truly change your life begins right here. It is the habit of mindful closure. This simple, intentional practice allows you to mentally and emotionally disconnect from the noise of the day. Instead of letting your thoughts run wild, you sit with yourself and reflect what happened today. How did I respond to challenges? Did I grow? Did I react? What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? This process is not about criticism. It's about clarity. Through this reflection, you build an honest relationship with yourself. Over time, this nightly review becomes a mirror. It shows you your habits, your impulses, your victories, and your weaknesses. The power lies in consistency. Just 5 minutes a night can shift the entire structure of your mindset. You become more aware of how you live, not just how you feel. Your sleep becomes more peaceful because you've taken time to release. You've mentally cleaned the space in which you rest, and a clean mind sleeps deeper than a distracted one. Letting go before sleep is essential. Many carry invisible weights, anger, regret, guilt, or unspoken words, and lay down with them each night. But just like you wash your body, your mind also needs cleansing. You can do this by visualizing these emotions as clouds drifting away, or by simply exhaling deeply and saying, I let it go. This practice isn't spiritual fluff, it's mental hygiene. It helps you move into stillness, where healing happens. The nervous system begins to slow. The heart rate softens. Your subconscious becomes receptive. And that's where real transformation begins, in activity, but in rest. This habit, practiced nightly, builds emotional discipline. You stop blaming others, and instead, you begin learning from life. You develop patience, self-respect, and a quieter mind. You wake up with less baggage because you didn't carry yesterday into today. Running through the park. The energy you bring into sleep shapes your energy when you wake up. So take this seriously. Don't wait for life to force you into change. Use your nights as training grounds for wisdom. Build the discipline to reflect, release, and reset. It doesn't cost anything. No equipment, no apps, no noise. Just you, your mind, and your willingness to grow. This is not a luxury. It is a necessity in today's overwhelming world. Begin tonight. Sit in silence, review your day, let go. Sleep deeply, and prepare your spirit for a powerful tomorrow. The second habit that holds the power to transform your life begins the moment you open your eyes in the morning. For most people, the day starts in chaos. Checking notifications, jumping out of bed, mentally rushing through a list of tasks before even standing up. There is a different path, a more intentional one. The early morning is a sacred space, a quiet opening before the world invades your mind. If you use this time wisely, you can train your mind and body to live with clarity, strength, and purpose. The habit is simply begin your day with breath and presence. As you wake up, resist the urge to grab your phone or leap into action. Instead, remain still. Your eyes adjust. Feel the air around you. Place your attention gently on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale deeply through your mouth. Do this for a few minutes. This act, it is not just physical. It is mental alignment. Centers you before external distractions arrive. Through this breath awareness, you send a signal to your nervous system that you are calm, aware, and in control. This quiet moment becomes the foundation of your day. It is not wasted time. It is powerful preparation. Think of it as sharpening your blade before entering battle. A few minutes of stillness in the morning can protect you from hours of stress later. After your breath practice, ask yourself a few guiding questions. What energy do I want to bring into this day? What kind of person do I want to be? What challenge will I face with strength and calmness today? These questions are simple. They redirect your attention inward. They train your focus away from reactivity and toward conscious living. Most people live on autopilot, running the park. Their thoughts are controlled by emails, social media, the news, or other people's demands, the park. But if you can take even 5 minutes each morning to return to your breath and align your intention, you take back control. You begin to shape the day instead of being shaped by it. This is how self-mastery begins, not through grand changes, but through small, repeated decisions that build inner strength. Breathing is the bridge between body and mind. It is always available. And when you use it intentionally each morning, you train yourself to respond rather than react, to observe before judging, and to live with inner steadiness. Over time, this morning habit changes how you face the world. You become less triggered, more aware, and deeply connected to your purpose. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't rush, don't consume, breathe, observe, set your direction. These few minutes are not a luxury. They are a lifeline, a chance to start your day not in distraction, but in quiet power. This is the second habit, simple, silent, and life-changing. The power of transformation often lies not in the actions we take when the world is watching, but in the choices we make in silence when no one is looking. The space between waking and sleeping is where true growth begins, not through dramatic change, through consistent inner discipline. One of the most overlooked tools in this journey is the habit of mental decluttering. Just as we clean our homes to maintain order, we must also clean the space of our mind. Thoughts, emotions, judgments, and regrets left unresolved create noise. That noise becomes stress, and stress, when left unchecked, becomes a way of life. But it doesn't have to be that way. Every night before you sleep, and every morning before you begin, you must ask yourself, what am I carrying that doesn't belong here? Most of us are unconsciously weighed down by things that happened days, weeks, even years ago. A conversation that left you angry. A mistake you haven't forgiven yourself for. A fear you've been avoiding. These unprocessed thoughts don't disappear. They hide, and they resurface when you're vulnerable. When you commit to a habit of intentional mental cleansing, you begin to free yourself. Before bed, sit in silence, not to scroll, not to analyze, but to observe. Ask yourself what still feels heavy. What thought keeps repeating in your mind? Is there an emotion lingering beneath the surface? Don't try to solve it right away, just name it. Acknowledge it. Then breathe. The breath softens your resistance. With each exhale, imagine releasing one piece of that burden. This is not about suppressing your emotions. It's about releasing your attachment to them. In this practice, you learn not to be ruled by your thoughts, but to become a witness of them. In witnessing, you begin to let go. In the morning, the same principle applies. You don't need to carry yesterday into today. Each sunrise is a reset, but only if you claim it. Begin your morning by taking a few quiet moments to notice your inner space. Is your mind clear or cloudy? Are you already tense before the day begins? Breathe into that space. With each inhale, bring in new energy. With each exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you today. This is the essence of mental decluttering, not avoidance, but release. You cannot think clearly if your mind is full of noise. You cannot act wisely if your emotions are tangled in the past. The world is already loud. You must learn to find your silence. Mental clarity doesn't come from external solutions. It comes from internal attention. When you make this your practice, you train your mind to be calm, alert, and free. And when your mind is free, your life becomes lighter. The practice is simple, but the result is profound. A clear mind leads to clear choices. and clear choices create a clear life. Begin this mental decluttering tonight. Continue it tomorrow morning. And watch how everything begins to change. Every morning brings with it a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to design the life you want to live. But for most people, day begins with distraction, noise, and reaction. The alarm rings and immediately the mind jumps into action, messages, tasks, schedules, demands. Without even realizing it, the mind is already full before the body leaves the bed. But what if instead you took control of this moment? What if you chose to start your day with conscious activation rather than unconscious reaction? This is the foundation of the fourth principle, conscious morning activation. A simple yet powerful practice that rewires how you show up for life. When you first wake up, your mind is in a highly suggestible state. It's more open, more receptive. This makes it the perfect time to plant the seeds of clarity, calm, and intention. Instead of reaching for your phone or rushing into tasks, take a few quiet minutes to activate your awareness. Sit up slowly. Place your feet on the ground. Breathe deeply and feel the energy of the day begin to stir within you. This moment is sacred. It's a meeting between who you were yesterday and who you choose to be today. Ask yourself, what does this day require from me? Not in the sense of duties, but in the sense of character. Does this day ask for patience, focus, courage, or kindness? By identifying this, you give your energy a direction. You are no longer just surviving the day, you are shaping it, running through the park. Conscious activation isn't about being hyperproductive, it's about being fully present. It's about aligning your mind with your purpose before stepping into the world. This practice, though subtle, builds mental strength. It helps you resist the pull of distraction. It teaches you to respond with awareness instead of reacting out of habit. You are not just entering a day, you are entering a training ground. Every person you meet, every challenge you face becomes an opportunity to practice the intention you set that morning. This is how transformation becomes practical, not through words, but through action. Not once, but daily. Another key aspect of this habit is the connection between mind and body. Once your mental energy is aligned, engage your body as well. Stretch gently, take a short walk. Feel your breath as you move. This physical activation deepens your awareness and prepares you to meet the demands of the day with energy and resilience. Conscious morning activation is not complex. It doesn't require an hour-long routine or special tools. All it needs is your attention and your willingness. A few quiet minutes in the morning can determine whether you spend your day distracted or directed, overwhelmed or empowered. Every morning gives you a choice. Begin with chaos or begin with clarity. Choose clarity. Choose presence. Choose to start each day with the mindset of growth, strength, and peace. This is how your mornings stop being just routines and become rituals of transformation. Breath is the anchor of life, the bridge between the body and the mind. It is constant, silent, and often unnoticed. Yet, within each breath lies the power to reset your nervous system, rewire your emotional responses, and center your awareness. The fifth habit, the practice of breath awareness in the morning, is one of the most transformative tools you can use to build a calm, focused, and resilient life. It takes no equipment, requires no special setting, and can be done by anyone, anywhere. But its effects are profound and far-reaching. When you wake up, your mind is like still water, untouched by the waves of the day. This is the perfect time to begin your morning, not with noise or movement, but with presence. Sit or lie comfortably, close your eyes, and begin to observe your breath. Don't try to control it at first, just notice. Is it shallow or deep, fast or slow, cold or warm. Let your awareness settle into the rhythm of your breathing. Feel the air enter your nose, fill your lungs, and slowly leave your body. Once your attention has anchored, begin to deepen the breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, filling the lungs from the belly up. Hold for a brief moment. Then exhale fully through the mouth, letting go of tension. Do this gently, without forcing. As you continue this pattern for a few minutes, notice what happens. Your heart rate slows. Your thoughts soften. Your mind becomes more spacious. This isn't just a feeling. It's science. Conscious breathing stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest, healing, and balance. In a world that constantly pulls your attention outward, breath awareness pulls you inward. It brings you back to yourself. You begin to notice what's happening inside, your emotions, your tension, your inner dialogue. This awareness creates a pause, and in that pause, you gain the power to choose how you respond to your day rather than being dragged by it. Pause is where discipline is born, where mindfulness becomes action, and where intention takes root. This habit, practiced consistently, creates resilience. Life won't always be easy. There will be pressure, noise, and chaos. But when you've trained yourself to return to your breath, you carry peace within you wherever you go. You stop looking for calm in the world and start building it in yourself. And once that calm is cultivated, it begins to influence everything. Your mood, your focus, your relationships, even your health. Morning breath awareness is not a ritual of escape. It is a ritual of readiness. It prepares your body and mind to meet the day, not with fear or rush, but with stillness and strength. It may only take 3 to 5 minutes, but it sets the tone for the next 16 hours. When you own your breath, you own your presence. And when you own your presence, you begin to master your life. So each morning, before anything else, return to your breath. It is where peace begins. Every day, we are flooded with voices from the outside world and from within. Some guide us, some distract us, and some deceive us. But among all these voices, there is one that holds the deepest truth, your inner voice. Learning to hear it, trust it, and follow it is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Sixth habit, the practice of tuning into your inner dialogue, both before bed and upon waking, strengthens your ability to live with intention instead of reaction. It teaches you how to lead yourself from the inside out. In the quiet moments before sleep, after the noise of the day has faded, you have a unique opportunity to listen to this voice. Reflect not just on your actions, but on the motives behind them. What did I truly feel today? What was I avoiding? Did I act according to who I want to become? Or was I simply reacting to my environment? This level of questioning may seem uncomfortable, but it is necessary. It creates self-awareness, and awareness is the first step toward transformation. Without it, you repeat patterns. With it, you create progress. This self-reflection isn't about perfection. It's about direction. When you acknowledge your internal landscape each night, you gain clarity on what to release and what to refine. You stop going to bed in emotional confusion and start entering rest with understanding. That shift alone can improve your mental health, emotional resilience, and even your physical well-being. And then, in the morning, comes the second half of this habit, setting the direction of your inner dialogue. Before external influences shape your mood, you must decide how you want to speak to yourself. Do you speak with doubt or with courage? With fear or with purpose? The thoughts you feed yourself in the first few minutes of the day become the emotional tone you carry for hours. Instead of waking up and falling into automatic thoughts like, I'm tired, or I'm behind. Practice telling yourself, I am centered, I am prepared, I am choosing who I want to be today. This is not just motivational talk, It is mental training. It builds an inner compass that keeps you grounded no matter what happens outside. The world may be unpredictable. Your internal direction can remain steady. And when it does, your decisions become clearer, your emotions more balanced, and your actions more aligned with your values. Tuning into your inner voice twice a day, before bed and in the morning, is how you begin to lead yourself. No one can do it for you. And the more you practice, the louder that voice becomes. Not loud in noise, but loud in clarity. It becomes your guide, your ally, your truth. Most people are lost because they've forgotten how to listen. But you can remember, in silence, in reflection, in intentional thought. That is where your real power lives. Make space for that voice. It already knows the path. You just have to listen. Lasting transformation is not born from occasional inspiration. It is born from daily repetition. While motivation may spark change, it is consistency that sustains it. The seventh and final habit is the most vital of all. Understanding that true growth comes through discipline and practice. Simple morning and evening rituals may seem small, almost insignificant at first glance. But when done consistently day after day, begin to rewire your mindset, reshape your behavior, and redirect your entire life. Imagine planting a seed. You don't see the fruit on the first day, but you water it, you protect it, you give it sunlight, and one day it breaks the soil. That is how these habits work. At first, it may feel like nothing is changing, but internally you are shifting. Your brain is forming new pathways. Your nervous system is calming. Your self-awareness is sharpening. These invisible changes are powerful because they lead to visible results. Before bed, when you choose to reflect instead of distract, you're practicing presence. In the morning, when you breathe before reacting, you're cultivating control, running through the park. And when you do this every single day, even when it's hard, you're building something even greater than peace. You're building identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who is disciplined, someone who is aware, someone who lives with purpose. And identity drives behavior more powerfully than motivation ever could. The challenge is that consistency requires effort without immediate reward. You won't always feel different right away. There will be days when you're tired, distracted, or tempted to skip. But those are the most important days to stay committed. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your inner resolve. And that resolve becomes unshakable. It becomes the foundation on which you build a life of clarity, calm, and confidence. These two habits, your evening reflection and your morning presence, are not routines for the sake of structure, are rituals for self-mastery. Done once, they provide insight. Done daily, they provide transformation. Over time, you'll notice you react less, breathe more, sleep deeper, and live lighter. And the best part, you didn't have to change everything at once. You just had to change 2 moments in your day. That's the secret. Transformation doesn't require hours of effort. It requires the right effort applied consistently. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, but there is a path. And if you walk it step by step, day by day, the results will speak for themselves. Your mind becomes your ally. Your emotions become balanced. Your actions become intentional. And your life becomes your own. So make the decision today. Don't aim for perfection, aim for repetition. Protect your rituals, guard your time, and trust that with each morning breath and every night of reflection, you are becoming the strongest version of yourself. Not all at once, but certainly and inevitably over time.